Hey everyone, I'm one of your hosts, Jason, and welcome to this week's episode of Working Class Music. On this week's episode, we'll be going over one of my favorite new pedals, the Walrus Audio R1. This is their new reverb pedal for 2021, and it's kind of been positioned as the big box reverb killer. Does it hold true to that statement? We'll find out. But first, here's a little bit of the rundown in terms of specs. You have 6 settings on here. The spring, hall, plate, BFR, big fucking reverb, the refract, and the air. The first 3, the spring, hall, and plate, are just going to be, for lack of a better term, your typical reverb sounds. So, something that you'd find on most pedals. However, where this pedal gets super interesting is the last 3 settings, the big fucking reverb, the refract, and the air. Those are going to be vastly different than what you hear on your normal pedals. My personal favorite would be the refract. It has this very glitchy quality, which is really cool if you're going for bands like This Will Destroy You, Slow Dive, Sigaros, like Mogwai, Caspian, Daughter with Elena, like any band like that. So if you're going for more experimental textured music, that's one setting that I would recommend. Also, one of the cool features on this pedal is you have the swell button, which basically you can adjust to how big you come in terms of the swell. What that does is it kind of just swells the signal in. So it's kind of like using a volume pedal, but without the volume pedal. Also, you have your tweak and tune functionalities. Now your tweak is going to be set to the rate, depth, and pre-delay. You change them by switching over this and adjust by doing this, and it's saved on each one. Now on the tune feature, you have the low, high, and X setting. They control different variables within that. So again, like the tweak setting, switch over to low, tune it, save, save, save. Same thing. Now onto what's really cool about this pedal is you have A, B, and C, but for A, B, and C, you have 3 presets each. So you have a total of 9 presets. So you go to the bank and your first preset, then you hold these 2, press them, next preset, and you do that with every one of them. Other than that, the one big thing about this is this has 109. I should look that up.
Are you sure? Xander, I'll look that up.
Yeah, 109.
Xander, do you know this?
I'm pretty sure it's 109.
R1 what?
Mako R1.
What about it?
Total presets.
9 onboard presets, 128 with MIDI.
What Xander said. Also, another thing that we should mention is this has a sustain latch switch. So you hit this and then it will hold out a note that you can play over. So kind of like a freeze function, more or less. Other than that, if you need to update, you do have the USB functionality on this. So if there's a firmware update, you can do that. Also, this is a stereo in and out. So if you are using 2 amps or you have a wet dry setup, this will be perfect for that. Now, onto the sounds. All right, so for this demo, I'm using an American Ultra JazzMaster in Mocha Burst. It's pretty much stock. Nothing has really changed on it. Now onto the sounds. So that first setting was the refract setting. I hope I'm saying that right. It is the refract setting. Now we're going to go to the big fucking reverb and I'm going to try mixing in with a little bit of the swell feature. So let's hear what that sounds like. So now we're going to go to the air setting and let's hear what that sounds like. We're going to mix a bit of them with the swell. So we're going to hear a little bit with the swell and a little bit without the swell. So let's turn down a little bit of the swell so that way you can hear more of the air. That makes sense. So yeah, that was a bit of the air setting. Now, big fucking reverb. I'm just happy that I get to say fuck. With the latching sustain, no swell. And with this overview, we kind of wanted to indulge more so on the stranger ambient settings. And so no one can say that we didn't do or demonstrate like the plate, spring, or hall sound. Here's the plate. I've been playing with it a bit more wet.
Sorry, I cursed.
I know. I've been playing. So we've been playing with this a bit more on the wet side. So let's dial down the mix so that way we can hear a more balanced signal, if you will. And this is going to be more of the hall reverb. So yeah, that's been the sounds of this pedal. I guess to answer the question that we kind of posed, or what's been going around the internet, is this the big box killer? Find out next time on Dragon Balls. No, but so is this the big box killer? I think it could be for a lot of pedals. Sound-wise, as far as the Pro goes, the sounds are unbeatable. The sounds that you get sound rich and full. It's a tweaker's dream. That's not to say that some are better than the other. I just think, for me, this sounds the best. It's my favorite sounding reverb. That's comparing it to like the Slow and the Night Sky and the Big Sky. The best sound on here to me is the refract setting. I believe that's the most experimental. I feel like the refract setting is a welcome addition to reverb. It's kind of refreshing because I personally got bored with a normal shimmer. I think everybody's done that. It's been done to death. Now, in other areas that it doesn't really compete in is going to be the lack of sounds. You only have 6 settings total. So yeah, your mileage may vary. So in closing, I think the thing that's limiting it from being the big box killer, and my only hesitation, is that while it is 128 presets, most of that comes at the expense of being MIDI programmable. You do get 9 onboard presets, which I think in terms of reverb, not going to really need more than that unless you're playing through different sets. However, it makes up for that in ease of use. You can easily tweak your sound and get whatever you want. But other than that, I would say that the R1 is the best sounding reverb pedal. I do think it can be a big box killer. Your mileage may vary. Mine is staying on my board. I think one of the cool things that you can do with it, and something that a lot of YouTubers haven't really mentioned, is this works really well when you're stacking reverbs. And man, the ambient sounds you can get out of that is amazing. So if you have something like this and a Big Sky or a Night Sky or the Walrus Audio Slow, Fathom, Descent, whichever reverb's your reverb of choice. My favorite new pedal for 2021. There, I said it. So yeah, the R1 is definitely my favorite new reverb pedal of 2021, which is kind of awesome because we're only 3 months in. At $349, it may seem a bit pricey compared to other pedals like the Slow, the Boss RV6, or the Electro Harmonix Oceans 11. However, this pedal blows all those out of the water in terms of what you're getting with sound. So, in short, is it the big box killer? It can be, and I think it will be. Yeah, it's a great pedal. I would definitely recommend picking one up. Yeah, thank you for watching. This has been Working Class Music. I've been one of your hosts, Jason. I didn't mention this, but Tia's out. She was bitten by a radioactive Jaguar. I think it was a Jaguar. Was it a radioactive Mustang? Oh, it was a radioactive Bronco. Not the O.J. Simpson kind. So our best wishes are with her. So this has been Working Class Music. And remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And
have you thought of a catchphrase yet?
And I raised Fender's prices too.